Let's get to our top story this Friday. This summer travel season is right around the corner. Good news for flyers. Plane tickets are starting to get a little bit cheaper. The Consumer Price Index this month shows airline fares have fallen about 5% from this time last year. It will now cost you about $253 on average, but what's good for us may not be a good sign for the airlines and the industry as a whole. Joining me now is Bill McGee. He's the Senior Fellow for the Aviation at America Economy and Liberties Project. Welcome to the show, Bill.
Thanks very much, Chesley. Happy to be here.
When we start to hear these prices going down, is that a good sign? Is that a good signal for us?
It's good for us. It's good for consumers, no question. But if you're an airline executive in a C-suite right now, you're probably not too happy.
Oh, wow.
But there's been this sort of perfect storm, a confluence of events in the last couple of months that have completely turned around the airline's fortunes.
What contributes to that drop?
Well, a lot of it has to do with the new administration, quite frankly. The effect of the tariffs is having a very chilling effect on the industry. Don't forget, many of the aircraft that U.S. airlines use are by Airbus in Europe, and so the tariffs are hitting them pretty strongly on that. Delta, in fact, has said it won't accept delivery of certain aircraft because of the tariffs. And then you have just, the overall economic uncertainty. And that is really, what we've seen over the years is that in many ways, air travel is sort of a bellwether of the overall economy. Going back many, many decades, a lot of economists who have nothing to do with aviation or airlines will look at airline stock and say, uh-oh, there's an early sign, sort of, canary in the coal mine type of thing, And that's what we're seeing now. In January, just before Inauguration Day, all of the U.S. airlines reported their 2024 earnings, and all the big ones did very, very well. Some of them had record earnings. Now, 3 months later, we just finished the first quarter, and all of them, without exception, have downwardly changed their projections for 2025. That's just in 3 months.
Wow. So how is all the uncertainty that you're talking about, how is it impacting them? Is that the pull on the price, or is it seems like it would up the price, right, if they're having trouble as far as making money, right?
Yeah, it's a sort of classic supply and demand thing. They have been chilled by the fact that bookings have fallen off. And so when that happens, it's often good news for those that do want to travel. And I should point out, timing has a lot to do with this also. As a general rule in the United States, if schools are out during the holidays, during Thanksgiving, during the summer, obviously, fares tend to go up. And there's, a lot more families traveling for obvious reasons. May and September, October, those are what the industry calls the shoulder seasons. If you're able to get away then, I know it's already May, but if you're able to get away, you'll do even better probably than you will during the summer. So that's one thing to look at.
What is your advice for people who know that they're going to be getting away? I know that typically airlines will offer a certain price deduction on fares for a certain point of time. So do you have to get in early? Obviously, the earlier the better.
Yeah, for every the problem with shopping for airfares, Chesley, is for every rule there's a counter rule. But as a general rule, yeah, the earlier the better. Particularly since this summer, there's going to be restraints on capacity. We have problems we don't have enough air traffic controllers in this country, and particularly in the New York region where it's become critical. At Newark Airport, there have been delays every day this week. Now you may say, well, I'm in Atlanta, I'm in Los Angeles. That's not going to affect me. It's all part of a bigger puzzle, So the fact is that does affect you. So my own personal advice is I would book. If you see a fare that you like, take it, because it may not be there later on.
You mentioned air traffic controllers. I did see a report yesterday that they need thousands.
Yes.
What have they been doing to try to beef that up?
Well, there are some new efforts that the new administration has put in place to try and attract more air traffic controllers. But there's sort of some counter messages as well. Due to DOGE, there were some layoffs, not in the towers with the controllers themselves, but with the support staff for air traffic control. And that's a really, really bad idea. Can't stress that enough. And also, of course, the DEI pipeline was bringing in new folks to air traffic control and to other government functions. And by shutting that down, I think long-term that's going to hurt us.
Wow.
You're not going to have the same, amount of attraction for people that may not have thought about a career in aviation.
Yeah. Bill McGee, thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate your insight.
Jesse.
All right. Have a good day. All right, to get some more perspective on how these prices might impact the summer travel season, we spoke with a luxury travel advisor. She says summer travel has been sort of a wait and see kind of game this year. More people are booking things at the last minute, but ticket prices are a big factor, so a drop in prices could make an impact.
It's something that for our clients, we have them look at before we even start the planning process. If they come to us and they say, this is my dream destination, the first question, and we start talking about budget, the first question is, have you looked at flights? How do those fit into your budget? And sometimes flights can eat away the entire budget so that the experience is not feasible.
All right, so the big question of the morning is, will ticket prices go back up? Will they stay down? Well, of course, nobody can tell the future, but Allison says, well, she does offer some advice for us.
I think everyone always wants to talk about that. And I do get clients a lot of times like, I heard if you book on Tuesday, and if I wish that was true, I would only book on Tuesdays. But what I have read is that United and Delta are already dropping some of their routes for the fall. And so what that's going to do again is they're going to decrease their supply. Our demand may stay flat, but with the supply going down, the prices will definitely go back up. So I think if you see a great deal, grab it. Most airlines are really flexible. So if your dates don't work, you can change it.
Wow, I thought the Tuesday, through Thursday thing was real. She's saying it's not. Wow. So if you find a good deal, folks, you better jump on it because those prices will be fluctuating. So hopefully if you got some summer travel, which most of us do, go ahead and try to book as early as you can.